Alright, so do you experience numbness or tingling in your fingers? Maybe it's your pinky finger, or your middle finger, or your pointer finger, or just your whole entire hand? What most people automatically think is that the problem is coming from their hand. But what most people don't realize is that problem could be happening anywhere along the pathway, coming from your neck, traveling through your arm, down into your hand, okay? The problem could be at the wrist, at the elbow, or at the neck. So that's what we do as chiropractors, is we're trying to figure out where that problem could be coming from, okay? So first, we're gonna start with the cervical spine in your neck, okay? Now your neck have these bones in it called vertebra. Now these vertebrae have these nerve roots that come out in between each of these bones, okay? And each one of these nerve roots are responsible for different areas of skin on your hand, okay? And I want you guys to see that right about now. These are called dermatomes, okay? For instance, the C6 dermatome, the sixth bone in your spine, is responsible for the skin traveling along your thumb. And then the seventh is responsible for the skin around the middle finger and pointer finger and a little bit of the ring finger. And then the eighth is responsible for the pinky finger and outside of the hand, okay? Or the inside, I mean. Now, what we do as chiropractors is we take you through a series of range of motion, muscle strength, reflex, orthopedic, neurological, sensory tests to see if the problem is coming from the neck. Think of these nerves as an electrical cable traveling from the neck down into the fingertips. If one of those electrical cables become irritated or compressed, it's going to cause issues down the line, okay? It's the same exact way with your nerves. So when we make adjustments and allow these joints to move properly and take the irritation or compression off these nerve roots, well then, that's why a lot of times people will go to the chiropractor, get adjusted, and the numbness and tingling will be gone like that. Sometimes it'll take time, sometimes it'll be like that. I can't tell you until you come in and I see the history and do the examination on you. Then, if we go through all the tests and there's no issue with the neck, then we're going to check the elbow, because the elbow has a specific nerve that travels through it called your ulnar nerve, okay? It's responsible for the skin on your pinky finger and a little bit of the ring finger. Now, you've probably hit your elbow, aka your funny bone, and felt the electrical sensation go down into your fingers. That's because your ulnar nerve runs behind the inside portion of your elbow through a tunnel called the cubital tunnel. I've seen desk workers sit at their desks all day like this with their elbows, and it'll cause issues with that ulnar nerve. So then after that, if there's no issue at the neck or the elbow, we're going to go down to the wrist, because you guys have probably heard of carpal tunnel syndrome, okay? There's a nerve called the median nerve that runs through your carpal tunnel. It's a tightly confined space. Now, if this nerve gets irritated there, it can also lead to numbness and tingling around the thumb or the pointer finger. So, what we're trying to figure out is if this is a central nervous system irritation issue up at the neck, or if this is a peripheral nerve entrapment in your elbow and wrist, okay? The one from the neck is called a cervical radiculopathy, but the ones at the elbow and wrist are called a peripheral nerve entrapment, okay? It's important for you guys to know this stuff. Now, we're going to talk about how your nerve pathways work, okay? And this is called a safety pin cycle. It was originated by Reggie Gold. So you have your brain, and then you have your body, okay? Brain, body. Now your nerves go in two pathways, okay? You have an efferent pathway, okay? This is your motor. You can think about this as your exit, okay? So say someone threw a ball at you and you move like that, or the reason why you move a muscle, well, your brain makes a decision, sends signals down your spinal cord, and then makes you have a movement, okay? That is your exiting, okay? Your efferent pathway. And then you have your sensory, your afferent pathway, okay? That's your signals from your body back to your brain, okay? It's the reason why you can feel someone blow in your hand or touch a hot stove and pull it off, okay? Now, we'll call this the arrive, okay? The afferent, so you guys can understand. So you have exit, brain to body, arrive, body to brain to body to brain, okay? Now, if this arrive pathway, the afferent pathway, becomes irritated or compressed or interfered with, you can say, well then those nerves from the body to the brain cannot get back up to the brain, okay? That's why you're feeling that numbness there. That's why you have no feeling there, okay? So what we do as chiropractors is we analyze your spine, okay, to see those nerve roots, to take the irritation and compression off, okay, to help with that communication from the body back to the brain. It's like a cell phone line. If you have interference in a cell phone line, it cuts out, it lags, and then you can't talk with a person or communicate. It's the same exact way with your body, okay? So that's what we do as chiropractors with your nervous system, is we allow your brain to communicate with your body to communicate with the brain, aka you put a kink into a hose. The problem is where you put the kink, but it causes issues down the hose. So that's what we do as chiropractors. We take the kink out of the hose, we allow the water to flow so that your nerves can function properly. So if you're out there and you have numbness or tingling, I highly, highly, highly recommend getting to the chiropractor, because they'll take you through these tests and they'll help you figure out the problem. And then if you guys have ongoing neurological symptoms that us chiropractic cannot help with, then we'll refer you out to the proper medical evaluation. So if you're out there and you have numbness or tingling, go to the chiropractor and leave me a like and subscribe if this helped. Thank you.